is good? My anime people, what is good, yo? We have already seen a very, very good sign of Asta's character development, and not only did we see some of his character development, but we also see that he hasn't lost his taste in a certain woman even after all this time, and even after meeting a whole bunch of really good women. So we got our boy pretty much pushing his limits now to a state where if he doesn't push his limits, he pretty much falls off. So another another great story written, or at least great episode written by the creator, because I mean, it's easy to say that this character's power is never giving up and stuff, but when you actually get down to it and, you gotta make situations where that stuff counts, it only makes a lot of sense when we see it and we can fully agree with, some of the choices that the character makes just from being, the character that we know he is and stuff along those lines. And for him to pretty much have the opportunity to peek at some of the most beautiful women in all of Clover Kingdom, he doesn't take it because, he loves his sister, and that's enough for him in his opinion. So I love that aspect about Asta and just what he brings to the table. Not to mention that he's one of the characters that kind of um, give you the feeling that there's so much more in this world to learn about, that once we do learn a whole bunch about it, he will still be growing even further past that. Um, and just looking towards the future of, everything that he's been striving for. We first, get him in a rut like we should, because he still doesn't know how to get up and to the top with no mana skin. But I think we get to understand just how much more important this power is, and how we can pretty much see every little ounce of like struggle that he's been through has done something to Asta. Everything that he's gone through is pretty much like a easy thing for him to step over at this point, so to speak. And I love that aspect of him, but at the same time, he's such a airhead sometimes that when he said go to the top of the summit and just try to win and everything, it pretty much sent him flying super super fast because it had pretty much orders to fulfill, as in, let's say that he's fighting, the salamander guy who's absorbed all the salamander's powers and stuff. His ability is literally telling him when it awoken to destroy this man, to kill, to protect yourself so you can keep living. And once that happened, that the body of the demon, or like that half of him, really took over and started to attack him. So in this instance, it's just using all of its energy because it knows it needs to get to the top. And I like that aspect a lot because it just goes to show you that he had truly no control of what he was doing. So because of that, my God, I was sick. He's in a position where he just can't seemingly win. He's just stuck right now. Oh my God, he just does it every time. Um, and because of that, I love the fact that we see Asta pretty much learn so much more about his body, or so much more about this key that he's already known about, and just finally decides to actually take it to its next level, and actually feel the power that's coming from all of it, and really get a good understanding of what he's dealing with, type of deal. This is actually really hard. I didn't think it would be this hard. But yeah, we have this mini transformation that clearly isn't, end game, the end game of all of this, and the last thing we're gonna see of his abilities and stuff like that. So I honestly just can't wait to see what he decides to kind of branch off to, in the sense of when he goes into that form, will he ever be able to control it, like to its max potential, and be able to use it all the ways he's going to need to see fit? And if so, when he does do it, what will happen to his overall body? Because if you guys watch this week's episode, he's straight up letting the power of this sword go straight to his brain. He's got to literally allow this thing through and through his body. So is that going to affect him in any way, shape, or form in the future? Is another thing that I'm really looking at as of now. So I can't wait to fully like comprehend just what they're going for in this week's episode, because are not going for, but what they're alluding to towards the end. Because now we have Asta, who can somewhat tap into his magical powers, even if it does seem like it has to have uh, some kind of requirement type of deal where it needs to be going for a certain person or a certain thing to probably work as well, if not as good as it should be working. So very interested in Asta overall when it comes down now to him really tapping into this power. Not to mention, he used the smaller sword, not the bigger sword that he's been using all this time, to kind of snap into this transformation. So that's my other question was, does it matter which sword he uses? Does it, like if he did this with his big sword, would it have been the same outcome, or is there like two separate entities living in each sword or something along those lines? So that's kind of the feeling I get from these types of shows, or that's the type of things I want to learn from these types of shows, because as soon as I see things that really interest me or pique my interest in general, like Black Clover already has, um, I'm looking forward to the next thing that they are hiding out, and that could be more power use of this one, or it could simply just be the fact that once we have this transformation now, they know they need to scale up the characters even higher for Asta to have a struggle, a hard fought battle, and that's me guessing. I don't know if that's what they even care to do. I mean, they might want to let Asta go into this demon form and blast through every single person he ever encounters. But from seeing the end of this episode and the previews that are coming, we're done with this filler. This episode felt less like filler overall, just because we learned so much about him tapping into his full potential. So even when you got an episode that seemingly feels like filler, they're still flushing it out to such a degree to make it feel unlike filler, which new techniques for Monoskin, and then new um, ability jump for our boy, who pretty much learns he can he can use his sword and find his key to absorb the energy and put it into himself, just like the Monoskin. So absolutely hype. People were like, "Oh, Austin's just gonna be able to climb the whole entire mountain because of plot." It's like, well, I wouldn't have been surprised. He never gives up, so why wouldn't he be able to do that? But to then get to see him tapping into the anti-magic swords and giving him powers to pretty much stay on par, and not even on par with other people, but to zoom past him. He even shows us that he has a new technique, the one-handed bull charge, bull charge thrust, so it just goes to show you that regardless of any situation Asta's in, he can learn some way, some form out of it, and that's just how he gets down. And that's one absolutely awesome reason why I love to watch his character as of now grow, because there's no way we're going to see um, Yuno fall behind at this point because he literally is breaking the fourth wall like multiple times. He's just like, well, I would do some stuff, but that's not part of my character. Like he literally verbatim knows what his character would do. So if that's not fourth wall breaking, I don't know what is. And he doesn't even just do it once, he does it like twice. He's like, yeah, Yami, don't touch my head because that would be out of character for me. It's just like, I feel like the person who knows we all want more, we all want more instances of him growing and becoming stronger, but instead of giving us that, they give us this character who is well, he well knows that certain things that if he starts to do it, it wouldn't be in character of his. So I don't know if that's truly where they want to continue to go with this, but I approve of it. Oh man, it's so hilarious. But of course, everybody go. Oh no, everybody going. Oh no, going out and trying to peep on the ladies definitely wasn't going to work out in their favors, but with Yuno getting to play cool and what's his face, um, and the guy, the youngest brother on the Lion Clan getting to just like think of what his brother would do and stuff like that. It really helps just all of to understand where all the characters are kind of coming from because as of lately there's a lot that's already happened in this like span of time. So to see them kind of getting the opportunity to just relax and to be able to enjoy some time to ourselves, it's nice. But at the same time, you can kind of see where the show is definitely taking this break for a reason. And now that we're about to really get into the next hardcore stuff, we've seen numerous different new people just in the previews alone that clearly could probably give any one of our characters a run for their money. So that's already in the back of my head that we're probably going to see some completely new types of magic and some completely new types of people, with one of them being the flame-haired guy. In the end credits, the guy with the red hair with his hands in his pockets and stuff, he's finally going to show up on screen. And for some reason, he reminds me a lot of just what Asta would probably be like if the demonic power was wrapped around him. And for some reason, his mouth even looked like sharp teeth, like he was going to eat somebody and stuff. So, I don't know, man. Stuff like this that really makes you wonder what's coming next. So, Black Clover doing really well in my eyes, but a lot of people have fallen off and stopped watching it, which it's 100% your guys' choice, but at the same time, you're gonna miss out on something. So, if I'm your anime G and you're watching it and learning about the stuff from me, I will keep you in the loop so you can continuously at least know what's going on, even if you aren't very keen on watching it yourself. You can at least know who's doing what. So you're welcome, America. Alright, everybody. I hope you have an amazing day, night, evening. I am the Anime G. I will talk to you in the next one. Wednesday, we have The Rise of the Shield Hero. So if you aren't excited about that, I don't know what will get you excited. So yeah, we got an amazing show coming up soon, guys. And I will talk to you in the next one. Peace.